Why, hello, kiddies. This is Brad from NotAClue podcast. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's actually another show with a person with me, so I will bow out.
Fine person.
Yes. So, live via the interwebs, we have Billy Lewis out in California, the time traveler also, considering that technically right now, while we are doing this, we are on 2 different days.
We are. We're crazy.
So how you been, Bill?
Oh, all right, for the most part.
How's the...
Got a year older a couple days ago.
Also, yeah, happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you.
So all
Good
you...
to be 21 finally.
Is that with the exchange rate?
Yeah, you get to walk into these stores that are just pretty much liquor stores that are like a Walmart, but it's just liquor and alcohol.
Oh, so a liquor mart. A liquor mart.
Yeah. Beautiful prices too.
Did you say beautiful prices?
Yeah, man. Like bottles are like half the price here that they are in like New York.
No shit. Well, it's New York. Everything's extra special price.
True.
So, before we get started with the show, I'm going to quickly do the normal NotAClue whoring. You're listening here at Spreaker.com/show/NotAClue podcast. Find us on Facebook, Facebook.com/NotAClue podcast. On that Twitter thingy at NotAClue pod. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. First name of the channel, NotAClue, all one word. Second is podcast. On Instagram at NotAClue podcast. I think I got everything now. Also be on the lookout for Billy Lewis's Hallmark movies.
Oh, yes, my Thanksgiving one coming out this fall.
What's
Stuffed with Love.
Stuffed with Love.
Yeah.
Are we sure these are Hallmark movies?
You mind your business, just sit there and watch.
We'll just call them Hallmark movies because they're hallmarking your life, but but I digress.
Yes. Stuffed with Love, fall 2021.
Yeah, well, now that Ron Jeremy's in jail, someone has to take over. I mean, Lori Loughlin. Now that Lori Loughlin's in jail, it's a Hallmark movie. I forgot.
I'd go to jail with her.
Uh-oh.
I love Aunt Becky.
I was going to say, you'll be the Uncle Jesse.
Have mercy.
Thank you. I think we could. I think this could have just got pulled off the air from that.
Yeah, we don't have the rights to any of this.
I don't
I'm
even.
Gonna be fired from Hallmark tomorrow.
Yes, wink, wink, Hallmark. All right, so let's get this going here. Bill is on because he is our version of Todd McShay.
Brad says that at least, but
Well,
all right.
I mean, I could call you Mel Kiper if you want.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's a no.
I'll comb my hair real quick so I look like...
You bet. This better turn into a video call. But so I have him on so that we can do the first ever real mock draft. Like we've talked and said, oh, this person's going first or whatever our teams were. So I figured this year we'll finally put Billy to the test. Excuse me, Mr. McShay Jr. to the test.
I think I'm older than him.
Well, I know Kuiper's older than you, so I mean...
Yeah.
Because Kuiper's like 104, I believe.
Yeah, he's just a vampire.
He kind of is if you really look at him. But before we get into the mock drafting, I do have a couple questions about some football-related stuff for you.
Oh, okay.
What's your take on this whole number situation that anybody can wear any number? So basically, a pass rusher could be number 17 running at you.
I don't love it.
No, why?
It doesn't pay. I don't know why.
It'll just look odd.
It just looks odd. Yeah, I think it's weird because I don't mind it in college for some reason.
Like where your kicker is
wideouts, when a wideout's like a single digit.
Yeah, or when your kicker is number 93.
Yeah, I mean, if I see a quarterback wearing something in the 20s, it's going to irritate me. Like, I hated when Devin White was 45 at first, but now it's grown on me.
Okay.
So it'll probably grow on me. It'll just I don't want to say hate it. I'm not at the level of the GOAT right now, but I don't love it.
Okay.
I think it depends on positions.
You,
like if Amon-Ra St. Brown comes into the league and he wants to keep his single-digit number, I'm okay with that. But to me, to have a pass rusher, like you said, wearing 17, I mean, it's not going to stop me or degrade me watching football. It's just going to be weird and awkward to me. That's all.
And Sid, you said the GOAT, so I'm assuming you mean Brady?
Mm-hmm.
With his comment that it's going to make for bad football. Is that just because his older mind is just not going to be able to process?
I think it's kind of like me. Yeah, I think it's like an old dog, new tricks kind of thing.
Like the get off my lawn type shit?
Well, I don't want to go that severe with it, but I mean, yeah, I guess in a way. I think he went a little hard on it, but I mean, I do kind of get where he's coming from, but at the same day, I don't think it's going to change much. You know, I don't see how it makes football worse. But I'm just saying from like a cosmetic aspect, like just seeing it. That's all. It's not going to physically hurt me. It's just going to kind of annoy me for a few years.
Yeah,
that's all. You know,
if people start changing numbers, I think that's going to suck
like
too.
An offensive lineman wearing 20. I don't know why I keep on picking on the 20s, but you know what I mean. It just looks weird to me.
Well,
it was weird to me when. Sorry, go on.
Oh no, I was going to say it because like you can't have. I'm not saying this person's going to do it, but it's a boy on your team. Let's just say Godwin. This coming year is like, fuck it, I'm going to be number 90. I know someone already has that number, but it's an example.
No,
and then the year after, he's like, no, fuck it, I want to be number 9. It's like he just starts jumping numbers. No, if you're going to have a number, stick with it. Stick to that number.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you're going to change once in your career.
Correct.
Unless you change teams.
Yeah, I was going to say unless you jump from Tampa Bay to Chicago.
It's kind of like college football, or college in general, where a kid should be able to or a lady in women's basketball or whatever should be able to transfer to another school and start right off.
Yeah,
but you shouldn't be. But I wouldn't be cool if we're going the young lady here going to West Virginia playing and then going, you know what, fuck this, I'm going to go to Cal, and then being able to play. Like if you want to transfer once, you should be able to start right off.
Well, that's a new rule that just came into effect.
Oh shit! Really?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
In the last handful of days, the NCAA board, I think, approved it, not unanimously, but approved it. Where
cool.
This is actually, I don't have any of the stats in front of me. This is actually something that just spur of the moment you brought it up, and I actually remember seeing it. It's where if you can do this once and you are eligible, instead of having to sit out a year, you're eligible to play.
Well, that's brilliant. I love it.
Yes.
They should be able to change their mind. They're young adults. How many times did we change our mind about what friggin' beer to drink, let alone going to what college, you know what I mean?
And let alone while we're in the middle of drinking that said beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, shit, I didn't want this one. Screw it, I'll finish this one, but I want that one over there.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Again, it doesn't change my love for football. It doesn't deter my excitement for next season. But it does kind of.
Does the 17 game aspect do anything for you?
More stats. That's kind of neat, I guess.
An extra week of fantasy too.
Yeah, I mean.
Which, by the way, not to interrupt you for a second, but champion. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, Super Bowl champion. But go on.
Hey, the fantasy football one was more important personally between us.
Well, true, touche.
But ding.
It doesn't. It's cool for us as fans. I kind of feel for the players, unless
So I have an idea about.
I wonder real quick. I wonder. I don't think we were alive, were we, when they changed from 14 to 16? Was that right before we were born?
I believe that was just.
Wasn't it?
NFL games switch to 16. I want to see when they did it. Yep, just before we were born, in the late 70s.
So, I am curious how they reacted. It's one game, but that's still one more game.
Yeah, back then it went up a couple of games back then.
Yeah, I mean it's one less preseason, so that's a plus.
So my other question is, should they add a second bye week? Do you think that would help?
I don't know. No, I do think everybody's bye week should be somewhere in the middle, though.
Well,
try and break
those ones that get the early one on week 4 now is going to, I think, be more of a
So we had it last year.
So instead of starting at 4, they should start it at 5 or 6.
See, that's exactly what I was thinking. All bye weeks should be between week. Jesus, sorry, man.
Go through 6. Go 6 through 12.
Week 6 through. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say 11, but yeah, that's good.
Well, because you can't have too many teams sitting out. So 6 through 12, you can still.
Yeah, that's fine. I was going to say 11, but what's one more week?
Yeah.
What we're talking about.
Yeah, you took the words almost right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
The next thing I wanted.
Obviously, more football is good for us as fans.
Oh, God, well, and more money for those billionaires.
I hope more to the players as well, not just spread out more.
That was good. And it leads me to another question, because there's a lot of the players who aren't getting paid a lot, the ones who are the grunt workers. A lot of those are the ones who voted for the games. A lot of the ones who are established did not. Because it was like I think it was like
the roster kind of guys.
Yeah, I think it was like a 55, 45, 50, 56, 50, 44 type split.
That's another thing, by the way. I hope rosters are enlarged.
As of right now, no.
Remember how they were enlarged this year for COVID?
Yeah, I wish.
I don't know what the number was. Forgive me.
It jumped up to shit. It jumped up. It jumped up a few, and you could have more on your practice squad.
Wasn't it like 63?
Something like that. And I think you could add. I think you could have your full practice squad plus a couple more.
Yeah. So, anyways, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, because some of these players are pissed about it. What if they made it so you only played 16 of the 17 games, like as in a player is minus injury? Like, what happens if they're like, "Fuck this, I'm sitting out again." We're all sitting out one game just to to keep it the same, but you're still getting your money.
I don't love it, because I don't like how these guys are sitting out of every other NBA game.
Oh, yeah. Like for guys who are injured, I get it. They try to play and they're like, "Oh man, I can't. Give me another day." Like that, I understand. But you're playing one or two and then sitting one or two. It drives me nuts.
I'm going to tell you right now, man. Whenever I can go to a Kings game here, if I pay for Lakers tickets, which would be my want. I mean, I'll go to any game. You and I know how that is. We always say that. I'll go to any game.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I mean? But if I can go to my Lakers and LeBron and AD sat, and you know what I mean, though. Seriously,
like, you mean you're not going to get on that Montrezl Harrell hype?
Well, you remember when we went to Buffalo to see my Bucks? There was a rumor that Jameis might be too hurt to play or some shit like a week before.
Yeah.
There was something like that, and obviously he played. Obviously, it doesn't matter now. I mean, I got to see Mike Evans play, so that's the aces. Yeah, But I was all upset because I was like, "Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to see Jameis play. I'm going to be pissed." So I'm not for it. I mean, if you're healthy, play.
I agree. I completely agree.
I mean, these people are working their asses off to buy these tickets that are not giveaways anymore.
No.
You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
And these people are, working their ass off to get to this game. You play. Just play. Unless you're hurt. I mean, obviously, if you're hurt, don't play. But
yeah.
That goes without saying.
It's... Here, I'm actually just... Because you brought it up, so I'm trying to quickly look, like, really fast. So, it's... You were talking about, like, tickets and how much they are and all that shit. So, I'm going to quickly... let me see here. I'm trying to find your boys out. Well, not your team, but your local team. just to see what they're going for now. You know?
The Kings?
Yeah, they don't even have a list of how much this would be.
You can't go, man.
Oh, there is none? Oh no, there is. You can go. You have to have a health check, it says here.
Well, I'm immune, Jesus Christ. Vaccinated. So, well, technically, yeah.
Very nice, by the way. I said very nice, by the way. So, just to let you know, right now, which actually this doesn't seem like that terrible of prices, I just looked up 2 tickets, because that's the easiest way for me to get my ass in, to go against the Jazz, one of the best teams in basketball.
Yeah.
Section 124, row S. So you're not really close, but you're in the middle. You're in the lower bowl. And $63 a piece.
That's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
I pay that.
Yeah, I would too. That's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like, because I don't. I've seen prices. Oh, yeah, I was going to say 2 drinks is probably going to soak you back 23 plus tip.
Yeah.
But again, you and I have both gone to enough concerts and stuff like that to know how much that kind of shit is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And like the Arizona tea cans that we get.
Yeah.
I remember going to a concert a few years back, and it was $9 for a Corona can like that.
Jesus.
I mean, I was like, okay, I already ordered it, and you already opened it, but I wish I would have known prior.
Yeah. Yeah. And so your best seat available right now is you're in row CC, so you're close to the front. $250 a piece. You're not courtside. You're not courtside, but you're in the first portion of the next section.
Dude, that's not bad.
No, I mean,
I'm not saying I would pay it.
No, but that's also center court.
Yeah, that is not bad at all, man. I mean, I understand the Kings are the Kings, and no offense, but
yeah. Oh no. I'm right on board with that.
I mean, I can't pretend like I would go, yup, let's do it, but
yeah.
At the same time, man, that's killer.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know this is off track from what we were initially going to talk about, but this is what happens.
Oh yeah. Are you surprised?
No. Why do you think the moniker of the show is always the ADD of podcasts? Because literally, this is the shit that happens. All right, so now let's get to the mock draft. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of the episode here. But actually, before we do that, I'm gonna hit up a commercial break really fast. So we'll do that, and then we'll hit that. Okay. So I'm gonna put you on mute for a second so I can go into the commercial break, and then we'll talk in just a minute. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
So we'll be back in just a second here on NotAClue Podcast. Okay, so I have to tell you something right now, Bill, and you're gonna kind of laugh. I accidentally had the microphone muted during most of that.
Awesome.
So we are back here on NotAClue Podcast. So this is Billy Lewis. I am not used to doing the show this way, so I now have about a 1 minute long thing to cut out of silence. So I feel like an idiot right now.
I mean, put a little post-it to say, keep off mute.
I'm actually writing down right now about where I screwed up.
It's kind of sad that you got to write that down. You know?
Well, I mean,
where you screwed up. Oh, okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
Yes, because I can edit. I can trim some of this, so that's literally what I'm going to do. I'm keeping this section in because I want people to know how bad I fucked up.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds good.
But anyway, this is Billy Lewis who's talking right now. We're actually having a quick talk about the time he did an advertisement for us, and he said we held a gun to his head, and then he started listing guns. And they were what? It was what? A squirt gun, a dart gun,
and a potato gun.
A potato gun, and yes, and I said the potato was squirting out tots.
Yeah, tater tots for those, not children.
Okay, now I'm actually curious what would happen if we shot a gun and toddlers came flying out of the fucking thing.
I only thought tots because we used to do stuff for Toys for Tots back in for DG.
Oh,
yeah. That's the only reason, that's the reason I thought of tots.
I'm laughing so hard right now.
Because I'm such a nerd, man. I buy like collectibles, and some of it I don't even want. I just buy it because it looks cool, and then I donate it to Toys for Tots around Christmas.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I keep them in package, most of it. So brand new by the time Christmas comes around.
You also do it for gifts for your Hallmark movie co-stars.
Well, that's true too, but they don't appreciate it as much. I mean, Rachel does, but the rest of them don't.
All right.
Basis.
So, anyway, again, this is NotAClue Podcast. You're listening here at Spreaker.com/show/NotAClue Podcast. I'm still thinking of the gun shooting toddlers, but still.
I mean, I call her RLC a lot.
Oh, Rachel Lee Cook. We're now on two different things. You're talking about Rachel Lee Cook, and I'm talking about a gun that shoots toddlers. We are not on the level right now.
My Hallmark film. So.
What's that?
You brought up my Hallmark film.
That's true. That's true. That's your co-star of choice.
Yeah, Stuffed with Love.
Stuffed with Love. Coming soon.
Yep.
Or being served soon at a table near you. But anyway, Facebook.com/NotAClue Podcast. On that Twitter thingy at NotAClue Pod. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. First name of the channel, NotAClue, all one word, seconds podcast. On Instagram at NotAClue Podcast. All right, mock draft time. Here we go. You got yours up and ready to go?
I got to redo it real quick.
Oh, you really do have to redo it?
No, I'm just fucking.
Oh, I was going to... All right, so...
So what happened was Brad told me, hey, do your mock draft. And, of course, me being me, I waited until the last minute, meaning early this morning. I was cooking breakfast and doing it on my laptop. And then went out for the day and came home like 5 hours later. And my laptop went to sleep. I didn't shut it or anything. But it went to sleep, and I tried to... wake it up. And when I did, the screen reloaded, the page reloaded, and it redid or set it back to the start of doing your own mock draft. So I had to quickly do it again. So it might not exactly be as much thought put into it as it was this morning.
As what you originally had. But the thing is, though... I don't
think much is different. I don't want to make up too much. I mean, I'm not a professional at this shit, but we just do it for fun.
I mean, wink, wink. You are Todd McShay Jr. So
yeah. I am Hallmark's mock drafter.
Yeah, Mr. Hallmark Movie Channel mock draft expert Billy Lewis.
They are ridiculous.
Stuffed with Love. Bill, that better be the name of your team this year.
I mean,
especially the week of the Thanksgiving games. But that's, again.
I mean, with the number 1 pick, I take Candace Cameron Bure.
Whoa, shocker. Whoa. I could have sworn it had been Rachel Lee Cook.
Well, she's new to the game, man. She's excellent. You know that. But, I mean, Danica McKellar's coming up quick, too, you know?
All right, so again, for people,
I watch too many.
No.
No.
There are some people who are tuning in, going, "Man, this guy knows his shit." Like, because you know how.
Well,
because most of our audience is a lot of male, according to the numbers I've seen. So anyone who has girlfriends, fiancés, wives, whatever, boyfriends, whatever, and they watch that shit, they know exactly what you're talking about, and you just gain more legitimacy through just what you said.
Well, man, when my mom was sick in the hospital and I'd go visit her, we'd just watch Hallmark movies.
You used to say you used to watch a shitload of those with her.
I would, because she'd ask me about them. If she was in the hospital and I was home,
Yeah.
she'd be like, and I'd go visit her the next day. Did you watch it last night? I'm like, yeah, Mom. Yeah, I did. So, I couldn't not watch because I'd be in my 30s, but she'd still probably ground me.
You did it because you also you wanted that nice talking thing so you can keep a convo going with her, keep her awake when she was sick. I get it.
Yeah, when she was herself.
Yeah. like the day I went and visited.
Yeah, and then I actually finally somehow I get addicted to the fucking thing. Excuse my language, but somehow. Well, I'm
gonna be honest. It's the cheese value is always great. There's always attractive women.
I don't know. It's mostly the holiday season.
Yeah, but it's lovey-dovey type shit. It's feel good. It's you feel good.
Yeah, we're hopeless romantics, man. Hear that, ladies?
Yes. Yeah, you're talking to the two single people out of the entire NotAClue podcast brand. And you hear the shit that's coming out of his mouth about his knowledge of these Hallmark movies. That if your snowsuit has not fallen off during Christmas time, I don't know what would get that off. I don't know. All right,
let's draft.
Real mock draft. So I'm going to precursor this with we don't have any trades.
Yeah, I know.
This is straight up.
Obviously, they're going to happen.
Yes, it's tougher. It's tougher to do the trade thing. So this is straight up how it's going to be if this is the biggest if you've ever heard. If there were no trades, I actually did one. I did one where I did a couple of trades, and me being a Bears fan, I wanted to see where the line was without having to give up the farm, and that line was pick 11. When I did it, I traded with the Giants, and when I traded with the Giants, I ended up picking. Excuse me. I ended up picking Mac Jones at that 11th spot.
I knew that's what you were going to say,
but that was the when I did that one. That was also me just being the Bears. I didn't have.
I'll tell you with my mock draft, that's realistic. Without me doing any trades, that's actually pretty realistic, and you'll see in 15, 16, 17 or so picks.
Yeah.
So.
But then I did it where I'm doing the picks, so this way I'm thinking to be honest, I picked a bunch of the teams and then I left a couple outs just to make, because it was taking so fucking long. I did 2 rounds worth, so.
Before we start?
Yeah.
Did you have a team that was difficult to find someone for? Did you have a team that you were stuck on more than, without giving the pick?
I honestly, I was very torn on 3 players from the Giants on their pick.
Okay.
And I was, I didn't know where to go with when it came to the Bears at 20. I'm going to be honest there. And I struggled figuring out the Patriots pick at 15 as well, just to go for the middle round, just to go to the middle, because that was tough. Actually, and for your boys at 32, I actually had a tough time with that one.
I'll get into that.
There were 10 directions I could have went there.
I had we have a time with the Vikings. I don't really pay attention to it. I mean, my buddy Matt's a diehard Vikings fan, but I just don't really. I guess I don't know as much as I thought I did about them. Other than obviously Cousins, Harrison Smith, What's the wideout? Thielen.
Yeah.
I mean, so that one was difficult. The Raiders was actually kind of up there for me. I don't even know if I liked the pick I went with. And then a homer. I don't know what to give myself. I gave him a player, obviously.
No shit.
But dude, I have something I wanted to do, but I don't feel comfortable with it. But I think it's what we're gonna do. And I didn't do it in this because I said no trades. I'll explain that later.
Okay. So now
I didn't do any trades, but I thought trades throughout the draft. But the only one I really care about, no offense to anybody else, is my boys. So that's the only one I'm really going to go in depth with.
I'm curious to see how many of these we actually got close, because full disclosure, we have not seen either one of ours. We no idea.
No, I literally did it 2 hours ago.
I actually did mine a couple of days ago, and then I redid it yesterday. Last night.
Do you want to go like Jags me, Jags you, Jets you, me Jets, or one person go through their whole thing at once?
No. I figured we can talk. Well, like you say who you have first, and then I'll go, and then and then we'll kind of do like a snake thing. Then I'll say who I got with 2, and then you do it.
I like that.
Okay,
that's
so
what I didn't want to take over the show.
No. That is perfectly okay with me. So I'll let you go first since you're the guest. Who do you have for the Jags picking at number 1? Is it first off? Is it a giant surprise, or are we going par for the course?
Yeah, it's par for the course.
All right.
I didn't even think about anybody else, and I don't know. I don't really have anything negative to say about the kid. I wish him well. I mean, obviously Trevor Lawrence. He's fun to watch. I don't know what else to say about him. I mean, everything's already been said about the kid since he went to Clemson freshman year. And now we're at the time.
Sorry to interrupt you. I was going to say now we're at the time where they're trying to tear him down.
Oh, of course,
because he's been number 1, hands and feet above. No offense to all the other guys, he's been number 1 since last year ended, basically.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And now,
when he was a freshman, they predicted him as the number 1 pick.
Oh, Jesus, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I assume you have him, right?
I do.
All right.
I do.
What do you got?
And then for the second pick with the Jets, I have Zach Wilson from BYU.
Yep.
It's it's he's I think he's going to be fine. I think I was always a Sam Darnold fan.
I mean, I hate that he went to the Panthers, but I want him to do well.
So do I. So do I. But then we'll also get to the Panthers in a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think he's not a giant step up from Sam Darnold, but I think they can work better with him. Personal opinion.
Yeah, and I hope he gets the same coach for a few years in a row.
He'll have 12 different coordinators in 12 weeks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Sam has talent. We all saw that Rose Bowl against Penn State a few years ago. The dude is magic.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, look at the talent he had around him. Yeah, true. But he's the kid, the man. I mean, I remember jumping up and down on the fucking couch watching that Rose Bowl, man. My anxiety was everywhere. You know how much I love my Trojans.
So wait, was your anxiety higher during that game or through watching your boys in the Super Bowl just this past winter?
Dude, I didn't have any anxiety after the halftime. We had it.
Well, yeah. Well, if you remember,
I had about 4 glasses of whiskey in me.
If you also remember during our chat that we all were doing, I said it was done before halftime.
Dude, they could not stop my defense, and I was just like, all right, I'm good with this. I was scared going into it. I thought we were going to get smoked. I did. It was too beautiful and magical and fun of a season.
Oh my God, yes.
I remember in like week 5, I was pissed at Arians and Brady. I don't know if it was week 5, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it just, I don't remember what week it was right now, I'm sorry, but I remember being like, oh my God, this is not going to work, and then all of a sudden we started to put a few games together, but But still, going up against the Embers Chiefs, man, I was nervous.
Oh, I don't blame him.
First game, it's crazy with Tyreek Hill going nuts in the first quarter.
Tyreek Hill's one of those players that can do that. He can drop 200 yards and a half and then suddenly get one catch for 8 yards in the next one.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, sorry.
No.
Am I next on 3?
Yep, San Francisco. Who you got?
Justin Fields.
Well, so far we're 3 for 3. I'm just going to say that right now.
I don't believe that Mac Jones, as much as I think Mac Jones is fine, I don't believe the hype. To me, Justin Fields seems more like a Shanahan quarterback. I don't know.
I can see them working with him because literally, again, you're taking the words away. Shanahan can do things with quarter. Christ, look at Beathard and Mullins were putting up decent stats at times, and those are guys that you would literally look at and go, no.
Yeah, I just think the first 3 are pretty much easy. I think the next pick.
Personal. Okay, you took the words out of my mouth again. Literally, this is where the draft starts. I think now at pick 4.
This is, and I don't know. You go first.
I have, even though it's technically not a need, I have the Falcons taking Kyle Pitts.
Fuck you. Me too.
I said it at the beginning of at the college season last year. I said he's going to be the top player non-quarterback taken in our chat. I said that in our chat.
Let me add a little, I guess you can call it homer comment.
Yeah.
There's a player that I really like in this draft, Trey Lance.
Mm-hmm.
I would not be surprised if Atlanta took Trey Lance and had him sit behind Matt Ryan for 1 or 2 years, because the kid is literally 20.
That would not surprise me either.
I couldn't do it because I am so high on Trey Lance. I don't want him in my division unless it was somehow on my Bucks.
And you also didn't want like personal affection. How I can say this?
I think Kyle Pitts is a smart pick with Julio, Ridley, and Jesus, what the hell is the other third wide out there?
Gage.
I can't think of his name. Is that what it is?
Russell Gage.
So, I think he'd be a nice addition. Give Matt Ryan another year or 2. Maybe pick someone in the second round quarterback-wise. But then again, they need defense too. But I couldn't really put a defensive player there.
They need a secondary. They really need a secondary.
Yeah.
And that's why I said that's why I said Kyle Pitts is not one of their needs, but literally he's the best player there.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so the Bengals are 5. Who do you have there?
So, Panay Soul.
Oh, okay. We are finally different.
Okay.
This is the first one where we're different. What's that?
You got Jamar Chase?
I do.
Okay. I like it. I don't love it, but I like it because I think they have enough weapons and they need to protect Dalton. Or not Dalton, Jesus Christ. Burrow.
Chicago, yeah.
Yeah, I know, man.
Yeah, they protected Dalton by getting rid of him.
Yeah. I don't dislike that pick at all, Brad. I like it. I think School is a smarter pick, if that makes sense.
Well, they do need offensive line. They really do.
Yeah, and he's been much like Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
one of the top-rated players in college for the last few years.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you got Chase, okay?
Yep, that's our first. That's our first different one. So I'm actually going to write.
I'm glad we finally fucking have a different.
I know.
I don't mind thinking alike.
Yeah. So as of right now, we also know 7 technically is going to be different too. So 5 and 7 are going to be different. So.
All right. Who you got for Miami?
For Miami, again, it's not technically a need, but I think they're going this route. Because of the connection here, Jalen Waddle.
See, we're the same position. I went Jamar Chase.
Okay, so we're different there on 6.
Dude's a stud.
Yeah.
And he can do wonders for Tua.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wanted to put a Bama guy there just for the connection.
Well, I already had Jamar Chase. I already had Jamar Chase taken and Kyle Pitts gone. So
yeah. So
because if one of those two are still there for me, yeah. Honestly, if Pitts or Chase were still there for the Dolphins, they're stupid not to take either one.
Agreed.
And they seem to be a team that has smartened up very quickly.
Okay, if some weird apocalypse happens and Chase and Pitts were available for the Dolphins, who would you take?
Pitts because I think he's going to be the bigger hit out of the two.
All right. I think I'm still picking Chase.
I think they're both going to be good, and I don't think you can go wrong technically. But I think Pitts would be the better choice in the end. My personal opinion.
All right. I mean, I don't think you can really miss on either.
Yeah. Like we said, they're both. I think they're both surefire. Now, before we go to the next one,
yes, sir.
Were you are all of these guys someone you would not take a flyer on, but legitly, confidently draft on your fantasy team next year? Out of the ones we've just said so far, out of the top 6.
Oh, I'd take Chase.
Okay, would you take Pitts?
Yeah. If he goes to Atlanta, yeah.
Would you take any of the 3 quarterbacks?
I guess if you have to take Lawrence because he's probably starting day
Oh,
one.
Zach Wilson's going to be too.
Yeah, true. But I like
Fields is the only one. Fields is the only one that has a block technically in his way.
Yeah, I'd probably go Lawrence, and I like Wilson a lot. I do. I would probably go Lawrence. I feel like that's a safer pick.
So if they draft Trevor Lawrence, what are they going to do with Captain Mustachio there? Gardner Minshew. What's that?
Trade him to Tampa.
They're gonna swap quarterbacks. Gardner Minshew for Ryan Griffin or whatever the backup quarterback is.
I read actually. This isn't what I was talking about earlier, by the way. Okay, but I did just read an article before we got on the phone. Some ESPN Buccaneers writer wrote like a potential trade kind of thing.
Yeah,
and it was the first round pick and like our 5th round pick for the Jags 2nd round pick and Gardner Minshew, and then like another pick next year.
Jesus,
so I wouldn't hate that.
No,
but I mean Brady's only got another 2 years contract wise.
I mean he says he wants to play. He says he wants to play until he's on Social Security, but I mean,
yeah. So I mean, look, if it's like last year, obviously more Brady, please. But eventually the wheels have to, But, I mean, we're a win literally right now, team. But, I don't know. I really don't know, man.
So before we go to pick 7, I'm going to quickly break for a second. We'll go to a commercial break. I will try not to fuck up again. So, I'm just going to... No problem. I'm not even going to put you on mute because I keep hitting too many mutes, and I don't want to screw this up.
All right.
So we'll be back. We'll be back here in NotAClue Podcast, finishing the next section of the mock draft because we get chit chatting a lot. It's gonna take forever. So we'll be back. We'll be right back in just a second. Words that make sense. And we are back, kiddies. Pause that music. There we go. So we're back here at NotAClue Podcast. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. All the support, especially we've been on now for years, not just a little bit, if you really think about it. Billy Lewis is on the phone right now, live from Cali. Still a time traveler. We're doing our mock draft right now. We are currently hitting the 7th pick. And before that, Spreaker.com/show/NotAClue Podcast, Facebook.com/NotAClue Podcast, on that Twitter thingy at NotAClue Pod. If you have not done any of this and you still listen, what the hell are you doing? Just do it. Tell your friends, tell your grandparents, whoever the hell it is. I don't care. I don't care if you tell your neighbor's hot wife. Tell somebody.
Especially your grandparents.
Especially your grandparents, especially if they're hot. Anyway.
We're definitely their kind of content.
Actually, we are definitely, especially your grandmother. When the moment we talked about Hallmark movies, we caught everybody though.
That's true.
So I should jokingly have an episode where it's just like that.
I think you know all those.
I know you would. That's why I said I'd do it. That would have been perfect for an April Fool's mock draft. Oh, that's a great idea. Now it's out on the air.
We'll have like episodic shows where it's like one episode is like talking about Hallmark shows or movies, and the next is like Golden Girls, and then like fucking the Dino Riders from the 80s. You know, randomness.
This is great. I should jot this down. All right, so we left off on pick 7. This is going to be different because we've already discovered that 5, 6, and 7 are going to be different for us because our top 4 picks were Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, and Kyle Pitts, and then we switched. It changed. So at 7 is you. So you go first with your 7.
I hate this pick so much.
So the Detroit Lions pick
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, really? Even though they have a young quarterback in Goff.
Yeah. I mean, look what happened to Rosen. I think it's Rosen all over again.
What you think?
You know how he got traded to Miami and then they picked Tua?
Yeah.
That kind of situation. I think it's going to be very similar.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a new regime there anyways, right? It's a new guy.
Yeah.
It's the guy that wants to eat your thighs or whatever reason. Remember that god-awful introduction he had? I don't remember what he said. I want dog. No, not the dog guy, but he said something really like bonehead, didn't he?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember right now off the top of my head.
It's Dan. Damn, I can't think of his name. He played for the Saints forever, I think.
Dan Campbell.
Yeah. Yep. He had some knucklehead like introduction, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, I got Trey Lance, man. He's gonna go early. I don't see him leaving the top 10. I have that Penei Sewell, or however, I'm gonna butcher half these fucking names. Sewell, you're right.
Yeah, because when I was literally going through this, I'm like, oh shit, how do I pronounce his name again? Because now instead of me just saying it to myself or to you guys, I have to say it on the air, and I know some of them. There's a couple of them.
Slaughter a couple later in the draft.
Oh, so am I.
Let me add a caveat to this, please.
Okay, to which one?
The Lions.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a good trade spot too.
I agree completely.
Moving off, I could see maybe not. Again, I didn't want to do trades because it's such a mindfuck. Talk about time travel. Doing trades and drafts is a mindfuck too.
Yeah.
I could see Trey Lance going 7. Not necessarily to the Lions, but I'm not doing trades. He technically does kind of fit in a way. A new regime. Yeah, I know they traded for Goff, but they got a shit ton of picks too. So, because the Rams hate first-round picks.
Yeah.
So, so I could see someone jumping up there, like the Patriots.
I don't know what you just did, but your volume went up, and I love it because you're reading very well on my mic now.
I must have hit my volume. Maybe I was down a little. Sorry, man.
Yeah, because you were very light at first talking about this, and then you just jumped up. So.
Okay, cool. I'll keep it at that then. Sorry, man.
No. You're good. I didn't want to say anything. I was going to wait until the next commercial break.
But yeah, like the Patriots or something like that. Maybe Washington.
Yeah, no, I could.
Maybe Washington still being at 18 or 19, but Patriots maybe. That's about it though. Patriots, maybe Denver jumping up a couple spots.
Yeah, I could see that.
I still think they should give Locke a little more another shot, but that's coming from a guy that didn't win fantasy last year. But
all right.
Anyways, all right. Let's move on. Sorry.
Number 8 in Carolina. I have kind of the scenario you brought up, where they traded for somebody and still draft a quarterback. I have the Panthers. I have the Panthers taking Mac Jones.
Oh, okay. I have Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle, Northwestern.
Uh-huh.
I have them giving Sam a chance because they already got weapons there.
Yeah. But I went with the same logic that you literally just described for Detroit with Carolina.
Yeah, I mean it works. I'm not saying I just want Sam to have a chance. That's all.
I do too, but I wanted to look at this through a GM's eyes, and that's what I was trying to do.
No, you make sense.
All right, so what do you have for 9? I know this one's going to be different because of who I have already.
Patrick Surtain II.
Aha, that's that's actually a pick that's I think that's good, but at the same time you have Cortland Sutton coming back. You have Judy. So which one of them would you knock back?
No, neither, man. He's a corner.
What did I just say?
Patrick, you're right with the school. He's Alabama, but he's Patrick Surtain's son, the corner from Alabama.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I just totally blacked out, I think, for a second. I apologize.
I think you just heard the name and thought Alabama and assumed it was wideout.
And the shitty thing is, I have him circled as one of the best picks of the first round.
Yeah.
And I just totally went zombie mode there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, all right.
All right, no, that's a good pick because they do need help on defense. For their secondary was their secondary. Well, actually, I take that back. Their secondary was middle of the road, so if they can get an uptick in the secondary, that's even better.
Yeah.
God, I feel so bad about doing that. I totally just went.
What do you have?
My pick is Trey Lance.
Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't hate that for him.
Because this way, Locke can stay and be the quarterback to start out with, and then if he struggles, they can put Lance in.
Yeah.
Because you know how quick of a fucking trigger Denver has.
Yeah.
No matter who's out there, it's like, oh, you threw one interception and 2 incompletions. Nope, you're gone. God, I still feel bad. Pick 10. This is where Surtain goes to Dallas because they need secondary help completely.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I got J.C. Horn from South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we went with the same position. Though, let's add another caveat real quick.
Yeah.
I heard. Oh God, what the hell's his name? The idiot there.
There's a lot of them.
I heard. The Cowboys owner.
Oh, Jones.
Well, not an idiot, but you know what I mean. The old guy.
No, he's kind of an idiot when it comes to certain things.
I heard he has a wicked thing for our boy Pitts, and there's rumors they might try to move up and mortgage the draft for him.
Really?
But they need defense though.
Yeah, if Surtain's sitting at 10, why not?
Yeah, Surtain or J.C. Horn.
Yeah.
Sitting there, you take them. But this is Jerry Jones we're talking about.
What?
Yeah. So yeah, the smart pick is best defensive player available, and I already obviously had Surtain going to Denver.
Yep.
Who is a better pick, but I really like J.C. Horn as well.
Okay.
So I think 1A and 1B corner wise.
Okay.
So,
okay. So at 11 to the Giants, who do you have?
Jalen Waddle.
Okay, you have Waddle going there. So I pretty much think that the rest of this draft, you and I may not have a pick the same.
Well, I really, really, really wanted to go Micah Parsons, linebacker from Penn State.
Yep.
But I don't remember the last time the New York Giants selected a middle linebacker in the first round. I think it was like, what's his name, Carl Banks in the 80s.
So it's been a day or two, is what you're saying.
I wanted to go Parsons, but I obviously didn't. I think given Jones, no excuses, as many weapons as possible. I don't care that they signed Galladay. I don't care that they have Shepard. I don't care that they have Slade. More weapons, the better. So
is there such thing as too many, considering also Saquon's back too?
Yeah, and hopefully he's healthy because the kid's fun us out a lot. So
the man's a beast.
Yeah,
the man is a beast. Like I said, these were tough. Like this was one of the ones that I literally sat there going, "Shit, I don't know who to pick. I don't know who to pick." I have Christian Darrisaw.
Okay, I like it
from
really
VTech. What's that?
Yeah, I really like it. You're not waiting too long in this draft for him for me.
No, and that fills a big need that they have.
Yeah, I agree. I think
it's one of the it's one of the better available players at that spot, and it's a need.
And it's giving him help.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
So yeah, I like it. All right.
So 12. The Eagles. I have Devonta Smith going here.
Me too.
Oh really?
Yeah, dude. Yep. I love
it. Because they need wideout help. There you go. I think that's a perfect fit.
I like him and Hurts back together.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I went with.
So man, I like Waddle better altogether.
Well, we technically also proved that by having Waddle going before him.
Yeah. Yeah, we're the same. Cool.
Well, I just got done saying I don't think we're going to have one the same, and boom, there we go. 13, what you got for the Los Angeles Chargers?
Christian Darrisaw.
Oh, okay. And
I told you weren't be waiting.
No, and I'm actually getting somebody you've already chosen, Rashawn Slater.
Okay, perfect. We might not have the same name, but we're having a lot of the same position. It seems.
Yeah. Minus my mind fuck of pretending someone was their father. So, mind you, again, I have him circled as one of the better picks of the first round. I specifically have it down, too. And I still blankly mindfuck back in time, talk about time travel.
But, right, yeah, I like Herbert quite a bit, and I think protecting him, he's already got weapons with Mike Williams.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's the smart move, protect the young talent.
For pick 14 to the Vikings, I had a tough time with this one. It's technically not a need, but I thought this was a solid landing spot for him. Micah Parsons.
Yeah, brilliant. I love it. It's not who I went with, but again, I'm going to say this probably a lot because we think a lot alike.
Yeah.
He's not far in the draft. I wanted him to go 11, but because it's a great spot, but it's not. The Giants just don't pick linebackers in the first round.
Yeah.
I went Jalen Phillips, edge rusher from Miami.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what to do with him, man. I really didn't. I almost wanted to go quarterback. I almost went quarterback.
Really?
But yeah, I didn't know what to do for him. I almost went corner. I almost went Parsons here. There's so many options I think they could go. But Jalen Phillips just
this is to me. This is also a position for somebody really late in the first round, or a team trying to also get back into the first round to trade.
Yep.
Personal opinion as well.
I could see someone shooting up
because especially if the better tackles are gone.
Yeah.
There's, I mean, they technically could get like Trayvon Mooring or however you pronounce his name. One of the better safeties in the draft, but at the same time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
14's in one of those middle of the roads. If someone wants to, if you switch, I'm just using this as an example. Say the Colts, because that's like 21. That's not a huge jump. But let's say the Colts jump up there, and they get whoever the fuck they want. It doesn't matter who, but they jump up there because it's not a big jump. And because they're both middle of the road, but let's say they give up a 4th round pick this year and a 7th round pick next year and trade 1st round picks. They're gaining. They gain extra picks.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be the trade, but it's just an example.
I don't know if I have Phillips a little high, maybe, but I know they need edge, so I just went with Jalen Phillips. So, yeah, I don't really have a great explanation. I feel kind of shitty about it, but I don't know. But I could see them trading back and collecting picks, like you said.
Yeah,
I could see them if a quarterback fell to them, taking them. I don't know, man. This draft is kind of kooky after 4 or after 3.
Yeah, like we said, pick 4 is where this kicks in.
Yeah. So, who'd you say? I'm sorry.
For 14, Micah Parsons.
Oh, that's right. Okay, my bad. We shot the breeze for someone.
Yeah, we did.
All right.
15 Patriots.
Am I first or you?
You are 15 Patriots.
Mac Jones.
Oh, all right. That's not a bad. That's a decent landing spot. But again, I had a different line of thinking.
Remember though, Belichick doesn't trade up often, but I did mention earlier I could see them jumping up.
I completely agree.
Not necessarily for Mac Jones, but I think it could be Mac Jones or Trey Lance. They're totally different players. I understand that.
I saw something through the beat writing through the Pats that Kraft and Belichick were looking at Mac Jones. If they don't get him here, if they don't think they're going to get him here, they'll shoot up a few spots to get him. Like, that's literally what I read.
I mean, they definitely have the draft ammo.
Yeah. They're the team that gets punished, lose a good draft pick, and somehow gain 2 in the process.
Yeah. Who'd you give to him?
I have Christian Barmore.
Okay.
Or Barmore, or Barrymore, however you pronounce his name.
All right. Alabama D tackle.
Yes.
He's one of those dudes that you see everywhere in the first round.
Yep. Yeah, he could go to almost any team.
It's weird. It's just, I don't know. I don't even know where I got him. I know I have him in the first. I think I do now. I won't say, but I think I know where I got him now that I think about it. But without scrolling down.
Yeah.
Arizona?
For Arizona, this is where I have that Trayvon Moring going.
Okay.
This is also one of those picks where trades could really happen.
I have Micah Parsons.
Not a bad choice either.
I don't know, man. I feel like working on that defense, but O-line when it hurt probably that little fucking smurf they got at quarterback. I mean, I'm sorry. I like taller quarterbacks, man. I don't know. I don't care how fast he is. That dude's eventually going to unfortunately get hit. It's not going to be good. You know.
So what? So you're basically comparing him to RG3?
I guess I don't want him, but.
Or are you comparing him to like an Akili Smith or a Jeff Blake, smaller type guys?
I guess I just.
Akili wasn't that short. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, I think that's all it is. I just fear because he's such a small dude. You know, obviously he's built because he's got a cannon, but I just fear for him, not feel for him, fear for him. Dude, if one of these 6'7", 6'6", 6'5" D linemen crack him, dude, ouch. You know, I don't know.
You think he's gonna have a slight boo-boo?
Yeah, I do, man. What is he, like 5'9"?
I think he's 4'6".
I mean, I wish I don't want to. Obviously, dude's fun to watch, but I don't know. I would not be comfortable if he was my quarterback, I guess, without a stud O-lineman or O-line as a whole.
True.
You know.
No, I see what you mean. I see what you have the mindset of what a lot of GMs and stuff have about quarterbacks.
Like I should have.
Please be over 6 feet tall.
Yeah. But I felt bad about letting Parsons fall so much, so I put him there. I know that's crazy. I did because I really like Michael Parsons. What do you got for the Raiders?
Raiders, that's you first.
Oh, my bad. Tevin Jenkins, offensive tackle, Oklahoma State.
Oh well, all right. We went with the same position.
Okay.
But I have my page just went away. Sorry. I have your boy Elijah Vera Tucker.
Yeah, I love him, but I know I went Tevin here. I didn't know what to do for the Raiders.
Well, when I said at the beginning, the Raiders was one that I had a tough time with.
Well, I think O-line is just.
It's a need.
Not a bad way.
It's a legit need. and it'll help. It'll help Jacobs. Try to keep him healthier. Also, oh yeah. Since we're talking about that, what do you think about the Raiders picking up Kenyon Drake?
Oh, did they?
I believe so. If I saw that right, if I read that right. I mean,
they got Josh Jacobs.
Working now in the 911 booth. I don't get a lot of.
Well, I mean.
Yeah, he signed. He signed almost a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
All right. I mean, it's a good backup.
Okay, I do have to admit one thing that I am loving about having two computers is I can literally look shit up while I'm still talking and don't lose what I have on my screen.
Nice.
I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I feel kind of bougie, but anyway.
You are.
Love you.
Right.
18 to the Dolphins. I have the. Okay, I'm gonna fuck this up. The edge from Michigan, Quiddy Pay.
I have Quiddy Pay.
Yeah.
And me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have Quiddy Pay.
Nice.
It's a good spot for them, and it's a need for them.
And it is, and I completely, I'm sitting here going, I was trying to remember his name because I remember hearing it a lot, and I'm like, I think it's Quiddy. I think it's Quiddy.
Yeah, I like the spot. I like the place. I like it. Yeah, it's funny that we have it.
Again, we thought we wouldn't have another one the same, but here we are.
I think we've had one the same in each section at least, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah, yeah. We have.
Like cut them off every like 5 or something.
Yeah. All right.
Or 5 or 6. But.
So number 19 to the Washington football team. Who do you have?
Elijah Vera Tucker.
Say that again. You kind of cut out.
Elijah Vera Tucker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have who I had going to the Raiders.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know who the fuck their quarterback is, man. You know, is it going to be, oh God, what's that kid's name that played against us in the playoffs?
Heineke?
Yeah, is it going to be him? Is Fitzpatrick there now?
I believe, yes. Fitzmagic went there, yeah.
I mean, I love that dude, but you can't go wrong with stud O-lineman at 19. So, he can play different positions.
Yeah.
And I don't know. He doesn't have to change color scheme.
You literally took the. I was gonna say, and he's gold and red, so.
So Cardinal.
I apologize. It's like I always tell people that the blue in the Dodgers is Dodger blue.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so
I mean, what do you got, man?
I have Elijah Moore, wide out from Mississippi.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I mean, whomever's the quarterback needs a couple weapons other than Terry there. What's his last name?
McLaurin.
McLaurin, thank you. I didn't want to slaughter it. It's not really a hard last name, but I just and he's a stud. So yeah, get him another guy.
And like we said, get him weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that Heineke kid. Am I saying the quarterback's name? Heineke.
Yes.
He was pretty good in that playoff game, man. I mean, obviously we ended up winning. Like, it wasn't because of necessarily him failing, I don't think. But whatever. Who do you got for your Burrs?
For my Burrs?
Yeah.
This is where I have this is where I have a guy you are very high on, J.C. Horn.
Nice. Yeah, I really like J.C. Horn. I don't know if he's going to be there at 20, but I do really like him. And it wouldn't hurt for your guys to get
I honestly the way that the draft fell for. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, you're okay.
The way that this fell, and I was looking, and I go, "Oh fuck, he's still right there." And I'm like, "This is a no-brainer in my opinion." Flink, there he went.
Don't hate me. Rashad Bateman, wideout, Minnesota.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think he's going in the late first, but
I actually have to agree with you, but I didn't see it to that spot. There's my tease. There's my tease.
But we all know that there's going to be reaches.
Oh, shit, yeah.
You know? And I hate to say that about a pick for your boys tonight. I'm not saying he's not talented, okay? I'm not saying that. I'm not downgrading the player or your team just because that's who we're on, but there are going to be reaches. In fact, I have one coming up, but I'm feeling pretty confident he's going in the first round too.
Okay.
But I think wideout is a good position for you.
Yeah,
I don't know what the deal is. I don't know.
I also think corner is a good spot there. I mean, honestly, wideout is something the Bears kind of need, and corner is something we really need. So, if the Bears catch a need and the player turns out fine, I am okay with the pick.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these cynical people who hear it that their team drafted this person. I don't fucking know that person. Who's this? Blah 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 blah. No, I'm going to give you a chance. Last year when the Bears drafted, I'm going off on a rant here, and I apologize. When they drafted Cole Kmet, I said it to you. I said it to Jason, who's a fellow Bears fan. I said it in our chat. I love this fucking pick. That's our tight end of the future. And by the end of the year, he was the tight end. Like, it's shit like that. I mean, they didn't get him high. He wasn't a first-round pick. So you have to – sometimes you – and technically they considered it a reach at the time.
Yeah.
All right, so we are at 21 right now. This one's you. Who do you got the Colts?
Christian Barmore.
Okay.
D-lineman, Alabama.
Yep.
That's it.
That's the guy I had going to New England.
I feel like this is one of those teams that is pretty much built well.
Yep.
It all depends on Wentz.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a big. Yep.
I could have gone offensive tackle. I think.
Yep.
I almost went wide out.
Yep.
But I wanted to go Christian Barmore because their defense is pretty damn good.
Yep.
And why not add to it?
Personal. So I'm taking what you just said there, but spinning it a little bit. Why not get good depth in positions?
Yeah.
So I have cornerback from Northwestern, Greg Newsome II.
All right, I love it. I have him coming up too, I think. Yep, I do. I have him coming up. That's not a bad pick at all. That's actually a really good one.
And to me, it's smart. It's smart because you're always one member of your secondary away from an injury to all of a sudden having a gaping freaking hole.
Yeah.
So why not plug it already with somebody who's going to be capable of handling it? He played in a conference where there's a lot of high talent. From wideout, quarterback, all that shit. He genuinely did.
Yep, I agree.
All right, so 22 to the Titans. I have, Jeremiah Owusu Karamoa from Notre Dame.
Nice. So you went defense.
I did.
I went offense.
The reason why I did it, because their defense was probably their weakest point, and that's why I did it. Because again, they technically don't need a linebacker, but if you can get a high talent and you're still not, risking the farm for it, and he could take over for an aging person instantly as well.
I went Terence Marshall Jr.
Okay.
I just think he's going in the first round. He's that dude, the other guy from LSU, that kind of thing. Since we're not doing the second round, I'm going to tell you I have him going to 39th pick in the second round to Carolina. Okay. So, 17 picks away, so that's not terrible from what I got him. But I'm telling you, I think he's going in the first round. I do not be surprised if he does. And I think the Titans losing Corey Davis, A.J. Brown's pretty aces, but who else do they have? Humphreys.
And you also got to think they lost Jonnu Smith, too, at tight end.
There's another good point. So, yeah, man, I'm telling you, Terence Marshall, first round. I don't know if it's necessarily the Titans, but I think it fits. All right, Ted.
So next we have 23 with the Jets again. I have cornerback out of VTech, Caleb Farley.
I love him. If he didn't have the knee injury, he'd be a lot higher.
I completely agree. I think right here is a comfortable spot for him.
Yeah, I went Najee Harris.
Not a bad choice.
I love the idea of Zach Wilson having Najee Harris behind him.
Yep, not a bad pick at all.
If you're gonna succeed, Najee in New York fall.
Yeah,
running the ball at you.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I think that could be a winning combination.
So technically, in the realm of things, that's a reach.
Yes, yeah, I think he's going in the first round. There's a lot of people saying he's going to Pittsburgh.
But in the realm of things, if you really think about it, that is technically, I'm wink, 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 a reach.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I actually have him going. If I continued it, he would have been one of the first off the board in the third round.
Holy shit! You have him that far down? You have Najee Harris that far down?
I do.
Holy shit! No, man, he's gonna. I would be surprised if he made it out the first round, man.
Honestly, the reason why is because in the second round, that's where I started really hitting GM thinking, hitting the needs before I start getting those type of players, because most of the teams don't really need a running back that didn't have a decent player coming up at that spot. That's why I did it that way. And in the realm of thinking, his projected average is like 70.
So you don't see him going in the first at all?
I can see him, yes, but just the way that my draft fell.
Oh, okay.
It's just the way that my draft fell. That's all. No, it's nothing nothing against him at all. It's just the way that literally I started picking these players and I'm like, oh, they don't need a running back, and they actually need this position, so I'm going here. And then next thing I knew, I'm at the end of I'm literally at the last pick, and I'm sitting here going with your boys. I'm sitting here going, I almost did it for him at the end of the second round.
Yeah, I was almost going to bet you that he goes in the first round. But
what would we bet?
Something simple, just like a drink when I come home or something.
How about we do? Okay, deal. How about we do that?
All right.
Okay.
Deal. All right. Just nothing when we go out to the bar, because that's what I want to do is the first night I'm home. Let's go out. Not the first night, but Friday when I'm home.
Yep.
Go out to Nat. So.
Okay.
If he doesn't go in the first round, I owe you a drink.
Sounds good.
If he does, you owe me one.
Sounds good. Right. How about we do it this way? 2 drinks. That way, it's something more than just a little. It's 2 drinks.
All right. Deal.
Okay.
All right.
God, if he gets picked, if he gets picked like 31 or no, I won't go 31st but if he goes 32nd or some shit, I'm like, God damn it! Like a trade, and someone trades with your boys at 32, and they're like, I got him.
All right. Who do you got for Pittsburgh?
I have Walker Little, tackle from Stanford.
Okay. All right. I have. You ready for this one?
Yep.
Pronunciation, not so much a surprise. Jeremiah Wosu-Karamo.
Oh, the guy that I pronounced at Tennessee.
The linebacker from Notre Dame.
From Notre Dame.
It just seems like a fucking Pittsburgh pick, man.
Honestly,
right?
If he were,
yours is the smart pick.
Yep.
Protect the old man.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But I think it's just a Pittsburgh pick, man. A linebacker, you know.
I completely honestly, that's not a bad pick. It's and like you said, that is their MO.
Yeah.
All right, who do you have Jacksonville taking at 25?
I was all over the map on this one.
Same here.
I still had Greg Newsome the second on the board, so I put him there.
Okay. No, hey, that's not terrible.
It's a need technically, but I just was. I don't know, man. I just was like, I don't know. I kind of want to give him a wideout, but they do have some decent wideouts down there. To good actually, but so I just went. Let's help the defense a little. They got a shit ton of picks. They can get another wideout.
Yeah.
Later.
I went with defensive depth with Jason Owa from Penn State.
Okay, that works. He's an end, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I like it.
Okay, this is the name that I was worried about saying the entire draft for 26.
Yep, I agree.
So 26, I have Aziz Ajulari.
Ololari.
Yeah, thank you, the edge rusher from Georgia.
That's what I have too.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Again, we're in sections.
I want him to fall to Tampa, but I don't know.
So that's crazy that we actually.
Yeah, each every 5 we have someone.
We really do.
I love how we're so surprised. We really shouldn't be. I mean, shit. Other than Najee, we hardly disagree on things.
No, But again, I even said I've done other drafts where he goes toward the end of the first round or super early in the second round. It's just the way that this one fell, and this was the one I was keeping. This literally was the one I was keeping. He the teams that I had him going to before, I had different needs. I had different holes and shit. So it just fell that way. That's all.
Yeah.
It basically just put him around where he's where he could be drafted if he goes chalk.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, I get what you're saying.
All right. So 27. Who do you have for the Ravens?
Rondale Moore, Purdue wideout.
Yep. That's honestly that's not a bad. They need it technically.
I mean, I feel like you gotta just keep on throwing wideouts at Lamar until they click with one.
So here's quick trivia question for you.
You know what I'm gonna do if I were Harbaugh?
What's that?
I would lie to Lamar and tell him he's a tight end, so he throws them.
I have a trivia question for you.
What's that?
Out of the quarterbacks who started 14 plus games, what rank for yards and shit was Lamar this past year?
Was it 2 or 3?
For yards?
What do you mean, yards per game?
No, yards passing.
Oh, all together?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. I don't know why I said 2 or 3 then.
I think you had him confused with Mahomes.
I must have. Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't know what, 31st?
He technically, because I said 14 plus because there's a couple of guys who didn't start more than 14 due to injuries or sitting out a game or so. He technically is 22nd total, but he'd be 20th for 14 plus games started.
Jesus.
Yep.
Dude needs, I don't know. I loved him in college, you know that.
Yeah, he had 2,757 yards passing.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I want the dude to succeed, obviously.
So do I.
Loved him, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. How many wideouts is he? I mean, Hollywood Brown's not exactly number 1, I don't think so.
Well, I'm gonna look at it this way. Their tight end Mark Andrews is the number 1.
Oh God, yeah. If you're going that way, absolutely. But I mean, maybe you need to give him a bigger body. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I have
Well, Rondale Moore's not even that big, so
yeah.
I just googled it. He's only 5'10".
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I can't change. I'm not changing the pick now. It's wide out.
No,
either way.
I have Jalen Phillips going there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's more of a Ravens, like a Pittsburgh pick.
Yep, and that's actually that's kind of a need for them too.
Yeah.
All right. 28, I have who you just had, Rondale Moore, going to the Saints.
Okay, makes sense because I have Elijah Moore.
That's kind of cool.
You know? I mean, I think they're going to be wide out.
Yep.
I do. I mean, you got to help, as weird as it seems to say, you got to help Jameis.
Yep. Who do you have in Green Bay going in 29th?
My boy Caleb Farley.
Oh, there you go. I have somebody that you've already said, Rashad Bateman from Minnesota.
Yeah, I love that idea. I do. I'm not being a smartass. I do. I wanted to go wide out with them so bad, but I was like, the Giants linebacker thing. When is the last time the friggin' Packers picked a wide out in the first round? Is it Sterling Sharp? Was he even a first rounder? You know what I mean?
And he's a tight end.
Oh shit! Yeah, never mind. Who the fuck am I thinking of?
I don't know who you're thinking.
Oh yeah, I don't know who I'm thinking of. Then man, no, he was a tight end, wasn't he? Shit.
Yeah.
He was so good. I thought he was a wideout. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try and backtrack that, man. And I thought he was a wideout. So I went Caleb Farley just because value versus need.
Yeah.
With need, I mean, you went with Bateman? You said.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, going back to the wideout situation, if they can land in the second round a pick like Devontae Adams, like they did with Devontae Adams, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, and he's a bigger dude. He's like 6'2", 6'3", Bateman.
And he's one of the best in the league. Period.
Yeah,
he's a good route runner. He's got good speed, and then he also has a great quarterback throwing him the ball.
Yeah.
30, Buffalo, I have Asante Samuel Jr. from Florida State.
I have Joe Tryon, edge, Washington.
Yep. Honestly, that's not a bad choice.
Bills are a stacked team.
Yep.
They really are.
Yep.
I mean,
and that's why I went with something that they really needed, and he was, in my opinion, he was the best one available.
I'll tell you what, this is the honest to goodness truth. I had Samuel Jr. in my original, but I don't. Now that you say it, I don't remember where.
Yep.
It was in the area that we're in now.
Yep.
I don't think it was the Bills because I always had the Bills going with an edge guy.
So I'm gonna take a stab. You had him at 29 because that is a big need for Green Bay as well.
It might have been Green Bay or it might have been Baltimore.
Okay.
I might have had a corner at Baltimore earlier in the day, or maybe even Cleveland. But anyways,
so
I like Joe Tryon though.
Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do, I will take 31 so that you can go first when it's your boys. How's that?
All right.
So for 31 for the Chiefs, I have linebacker out of Missouri, Nick Bolton.
All right, cool. Okay, so I put too much thought into this one. I really, really, really wanted to go old lineman because I think that's really the way to go, but it feels like they're forcing it. If there isn't someone they're not in love with. So I did a 180 and I went with Kadarius Toney from Florida wideout.
For Kansas City?
Yeah.
Wow, oh, okay.
Because they lost Sammy Watkins.
But did they really lose him?
Well, he's in another.
Yes, I was being a smart ass.
No, I feel like it's a Kansas City move.
That does sound like a Kansas City, and that's also why I went. But that's also why I went Nick Bolton because they don't need that position.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. Your winning portion of the bet, I think, is coming from this spot right here. This is where a team will trade up, and this is my eyes. This is where a team will trade up to get Najee.
Harris?
Yep.
Okay.
I can almost like if we were going to go super fancy with the bet, this would be the spot I would pretty much put the money on.
Okay.
But we already do it. We already have a bet going. I don't want to make this into like, you owe me 33 and a half drinks.
Because that ain't happening.
No, we're going to get to like 6 and we're going to be like, you know what? It's been a while.
Hey, dude, I'll just go to the bar and buy you a 24 pack. Fuck it.
Dude,
I ain't paying that much at a bar.
I have to tell you, I have drank since the new year. I have drank a total of 3 beers.
Nice.
That's it. 3 drinks.
Nice.
3 drinks and a sip of another drink.
I was kind of hoping you'd drink more because you missed me, but whatever.
That's why I'm not drinking.
Oh, are you saving yourself for August?
No. It's just because I missed you that much. My liver's like, he's not here.
Oh. You're going to be white girl wasted.
Oh, I'm going to be white girl wasted the moment my foot touches the inside of the bar.
Yeah, no shit.
For the record, Bill and I are also catching up at the same time during this. We've chatted online a shitload and texted a lot. This is the first time we've talked in a while.
Yeah.
All right, so the final pick of the first round, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select.
Go Bucks. I don't know. I mean, I went, and you're gonna do backflips. What? I went Travis Etienne.
Oh, okay.
I love his catching ability. I know we already have 3 wideouts, or 3 running backs on roster, or 4 technically, with Vaughn, but they're all on their last year except for Vaughn. So Rojo's in his last year. Fournette signed a 1 year, and Giovanni's on a 1 year, and Keyshawn Vaughn just didn't really get to see the field. I don't know what the hell my Bucks are going to do. I really don't.
And this is another one of the spots where that trade could happen as well.
Yeah, I could see. Well, you know what? Remember how I said at the beginning of this, I think we might do something? And what that is we signed all 22 starters. We didn't sign, but we have them all signed.
Yeah, and plus you have other people re-signed that weren't starters.
We literally lost like 4 players.
Yep.
Okay? And 5 including Brown. Okay? So we don't even have that many roster spots for all the picks we have. So I am thinking, forgive me, but I am thinking that maybe we trade up if there's someone we really like. Whether so-and-so is falling, one of the quarterbacks, who sit behind Brady for 2 years. Whether it's, I'm not even going to pretend, man. I don't know. Maybe an edge rusher like Jalen Phillips, if he starts falling.
What about if you traded up to the Dolphins pick? I'm just going to use where we drafted him, where Kwity Paye is.
Yeah. I swear to you, I just had the cursor on his name in my draft. Yeah, Kwity Paye. Dude, I really don't know. I could see us taking Travis too. Obviously, we'd be picking him.
What?
Aziz, Laureate. I don't want to say his name again. Aziz. There, I'm not going to try it. Right
there you go.
Trading up for him. I really like him personally. JPP's in his last year. But, I mean, what would we have to trade up for? Depending where we are, I guess. But we have, like, I think 7 we have, like, 8 picks. I don't think we have 8 roster spots to get. So,
well, thankfully, that's also the power of your practice squad shit, too.
True. But, yeah, I mean, it's weird. It's like normal years. I mean, it helps that we're at pick 32, I'm sure. But normal years, I keyed in on like position at least, but I literally don't know. I've seen many drafts where Christian Barmore's still there. So Barmore, whatever, and I would be okay with that.
So
it's just a 1-year deal.
For you guys, just to quickly get it in, I picked offensive tackle because depth can never hurt to have depth.
Yeah.
Offensive tackle from Oklahoma State, Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah, I would be fine with tackle. I mean, protect like I said earlier, protect the old man. Doug Brady in this case.
Yep.
I mean, you can't go wrong with taking a line, so that's not a bad pick.
So I'm gonna quickly run through my round 2. I'm gonna just highlight some names, and then then I'll go to another commercial break. Then we'll play the game.
Okay.
I have Elijah Molden from Washington. I have him 35th going to the Falcons. I have Kyle Trask going to the Eagles at 37. I have Carlos Basham Jr. from Wake Forest going to the Giants at 42. I have I'm trying to get to decent names. I have Liam Eichenberg, a tackle from Notre Dame, going to the Dolphins. I have Washington taking Kellen Mond, the quarterback from Texas A&M, at 51. I have the Bears taking Landon Dickerson, the starting center from Alabama. I have Javonte Williams. I don't know why I did it this way, but I have Javonte Williams going to the Browns, even though they have 700 running backs. It's just, it was one of those things where I got to this spot and I'm like, him. and then your boys at the end of round 2. I have, excuse me, I just had a bug fly in my face somehow, even though it was snowing yesterday. Ardarius Washington, safety from TCU, going to your boys at the end of the second round.
That could work. I mean, we got Winfield Jr., who's a stud, who I regret bitching about. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I knew it.
So the picks that we agreed on, 1, 2, 3, 4, we agreed on 12, we agreed on 18, we agreed on 26. Those are the ones we agreed on.
It's not too bad.
No, actually not bad at all. But before we ramble a little bit, I'm going to cut to a commercial, and then we'll finish off with Bill's special game. It may be a shit show, but we're going to try it out. So we'll be back. We'll be back after this. I believe it's 30-second commercial break or 15-second, whatever the hell Spreaker throws in here, and / Spotify, because Spotify adds their own commercial in the same spot. So here you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Ooh, what was that noise, Bill?
I'm pouring another glass of whiskey, my bad.
Oh, wow, that was really loud. Was that the ice cube hitting it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right, that's Billy Lewis, ladies and gentlemen. This is NotAClue Podcast. I'm Brad. You can listen here at Spreaker.com/show/NotAClue Podcast, Facebook.com/NotAClue Podcast, on Twitter at NotAClue Pod. Subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. First name of the channel, NotAClue, all one word. Seconds Podcast. Also on Instagram at NotAClue Podcast. You can also find this on Spotify, iHeartRadio, anywhere, iTunes, Google Pod, wherever the frig you find podcasts, you can hear this dumb voice. So we just got done doing our mock draft, and that was actually very fun. I honestly cannot wait for next year to do it again. Because that was really fun.
2021.
We're just going to skip the season and just say the Bears won the championship and just go on to next year.
We're keeping it realistic.
Super realistic. Not even in my Madden game they could win it. But still, that's another story for another time. So
you're playing Madden wrong then, man.
I wasn't playing as the Bears. Actually, Madden 21's now on Game Pass, and I want to play it, but I bought MLB The Show, and also 2K21 NBA is also available for free for me right now, so that's what I've been playing. Also dropping in 15 minutes is Mortal Kombat.
Oh, fuck me, that's tonight, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And that. I'm going to watch that, and then the season finale of Winter Soldier, or Falcon and Winter Soldier.
How is that? I still haven't watched it yet.
Dope. It's good, man. It's very good. It's Marvel action, you know?
Yeah.
But then again, WandaVision was a cluster mindfuck too, so totally different. That was a fun-ass show. But it's been fun, man. It's like I don't want to say buddy cop, by any means because it's not a comedy, but at the same time there are laughable moments.
Yeah.
I think you'd enjoy it. But anyways.
All right, so you are somebody that does not have Spotify, right?
I barely even know what it is, man.
Okay, so this game is gonna be fun. So what for you? What I'm going to do is bands that I know that you and I both know. Like I'm going to start out with the band Brand New.
Yeah.
I am going to. What's that?
Like no personally?
Well, I mean, technically, they did hang out at our house.
Yeah.
But
that's what I was like, well, I don't know many other bands other than that.
No. Listening wise, like you and I both agree these guys are really good.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, because I know you don't have Spotify, so I know you can't cheat and look this up.
I won't.
I mean, you can, but I'm hoping you don't, for the integrity factor.
We don't have integrity.
So it shows the amount of plays the top 10 songs by Brand New has. I'm curious to know if you could guess the songs that are in the top 10, and how shocked you'd be if I told you which ones were number one and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So do you want any hints, or do you want to just try to get this and see if you get it right? Also for the record, it changes every few days, because if like I'm just going to randomly say, if a certain song just for that week gets more plays, even though it has less total plays, it jumps up and down in the on their top 10.
Well, that makes sense, though.
Even though it could have like 10 million less plays, but because it had even 7 more plays during the week, it jumps up to number 6 while it drops another one down to like 9.
All right, I'll play your game.
Yes.
But I don't. Let's just do songs, not necessarily order, correct?
That's fine.
Okay, cool. Because I'm not gonna guess. Oh, hey, that's number 7.
I'm going to tell you one thing.
Oh yeah, tell me afterward the order. That's fine.
Yeah, no, but I'm going to tell you right now one thing, because it's gonna. I don't think you're gonna guess it. If you do, then I apologize completely. But there's going to be one that I don't think you're going to necessarily guess.
Is it the one from their EP?
From their newest, from their newest thing.
I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking, I can't think. It starts with an M. It's like an old song by them.
No, it's off of that. It's off of that. It's off of the science fiction album.
Oh, is it? Okay, I have it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have thought it was in their top 10. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, their sound changed so fucking much.
So one of the ones in the top 10. One of the ones in the top 10 is from the science fiction album. The rest of them are not.
Okay, well, what do you want me to do? Just guess?
Just start naming, and then I'll tell you what position they are.
All right. One of the most heartbreaking songs, and the first Brand New song that always pops in my head, is Limousine.
That is not on the list.
Fuck that list, then. Obviously. I can't listen to that song. Dude, I cannot listen to that song without getting teary-eyed.
Really?
Legit, knowing the true story behind the song.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ is their number 3 song. But it has the most plays.
Yeah, that's a beautiful song, though.
That song is just a touch under 49 million plays on Spotify.
Sick Transit Gloria?
Number 2.
Okay. So number 1's what, Quiet Things?
You are correct.
Okay. How many do I have now? 3?
You have 3 plus the one I gave you.
Okay. Jude Law?
That is number 8.
Okay, I was going to say it had to be on there, but I don't know. I was 70 times 7.
That is position number 6. It would have been fitting if it was 7, but it's in 6.
I agree. I was thinking that myself. Shit. Do I go more obscure songs? Because a lot of there's like, okay, I believe you, but my Tommy gun doesn't.
That is number 5.
Fuck yeah, I love that song, dude.
So do I.
The Archers.
Not on there. What you have left right now is number 4, number 7, and number 10.
So 3 left?
Yep.
Millstone?
Nope.
Fuck me.
One hint I will give you is your favorite Weapon album does not have any more on this list.
Okay. Forgive me if I slaughter the pronunciation. Degasser?
That is number 10.
Okay. Shit, man. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm looking at the back of my finals right now.
No, you're good.
Luca?
No.
The boy who blocked his own shot?
Number 4.
1 left?
1, yet. Position number 7.
Did I already say Archers? I
You-
did, didn't I?
You did, but it's not on the list. It's still not there.
I did. Sorry, man. What's the old... did you say there's nothing off your favorite weapon?
Nothing else. You got the 2 that are on there.
Oh God, I would have thought mixtape. Okay. Fuck. It's got to be. I'm thinking. See, what I'm trying to do is what my favorite brand new songs aren't necessarily what everybody else's, because the more popular ones are going to be the catchier sounding, so to speak. In my brain, that's what I'm thinking. Like, what is the more mainstream song, I guess?
You are overlooking one of their mainstream songs. That's a hint for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I already said Quiet Things. I already said, oh God. Oh, it starts with a G. Gronic?
Nope.
It's not. What? How do you say that?
Guernica?
Something like, okay, that's a beautiful song.
Yes, it is, but it is not that one.
Okay. I don't even think that was a mainstream song.
No, it was not. It was for us because we used to listen to it all the time.
Fuck.
Did you give up?
All right. No, I'm not giving up yet. A Sowing Season?
You are correct. That was number 7.
Whew. I was trying to. I mean, like I said, I'm looking at. I have the vinyls laid out.
Yep.
And I'm just looking at them.
But that was one of their popular singles, so.
Yeah. Well, obviously you can name them off the top of your head, but then after you start thinking too much, that fucking wall gets built up, and
Yep.
you're like,
You're like, wait a minute.
Like, I forgot how to pronounce that song. I'm not even going to try it now because I'm kind of tired now. You know? But, I mean, that's cool. I mean, I'm glad I got him, but I was about to tap out.
No, that's I figured you were. That's why I was starting.
When you said there was no more on your favorite weapon, I was, right before that, I was about to just rail off that album. Because of how much we listened to it. But
oh, Jesus. We yeah, I was going to say, we were an exception that listened to it even before.
Well, that's a valid point.
We listened back in the demo days.
Yeah, I have the demo.
I know you do.
Oh, shit.
So next one, I have one more for you.
Okay.
Alkaline Trio. Actually, I have other ones, but I didn't know if you wanted to keep going. So I figured the first 2 we'd go this way. Alkaline Trio. So the only thing I will tell you is something off of their new EP is on this list as well. So
I have that.
So technically there are 9 songs you can really choose from.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even open it yet. Because I got the digital, too.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, it's Minds Like Minefields. It's number 7.
That's what I thought. That's a catchy ass song.
Yes, it is. It's the number 7 on Spotify right now.
Yeah. Is it still after this? I probably will have to tap out though, brother.
No. After this, I figured that we can say our goodbyes and the show will be done.
But yeah. All right. So let's play. Top 10 Alkaline Trio after 37 albums. Thanks, Brad.
Yep.
I'm gonna say this song started off. Minds Over Minefields doesn't count because we both, you gave it away. But I'm going to say this song, and it probably isn't on it, but I have to say it for our friendships, our group of friends, our history. Jack Dunn Green Beers.
That is not on there, and I wish it was.
I had to start with that one, brother. I had to. All right? So, all right, let's get into the nitty-gritty.
To us, that's a fucking dynamite tune.
Yeah. Obviously, Stupid Kid.
Ranked number 4.
Okay, I was going to say, because I think that is their quote-unquote biggest hit. I think. Maybe that other one, they had a video for it.
Yep.
We've Had Enough.
That is number 8.
Oh, okay. Goodbye Forever.
Not on there.
You know why that popped in my head?
Because
they had a video for it.
They did.
I just thought about
they did, and it's an amazing song.
Wasn't like Matt mowing the lawn or something?
And driving in the car and shit like that.
Radio?
Number 1.
You're fucking right. I mean, I don't know if it's quote unquote my favorite Alkaline Trio song, but it should be on like a mainstream list like that. How many do I have? I'm sorry.
You have Radio. You have We've Had Enough, and you have Stupid Kid.
Okay. Fuck You, Aurora.
No, that is not. I love that song. I love that song, but no.
That's fucking okay. Sorry to swear, but that's weird to me. It really, I feel like that should be one of my personal favorites. This Could Be Love,
and that is not on this list either.
Fuck me, dude. I'm just gonna. Still got 6 more because you gave me Minds Over.
Yep. So technically, right now you have the number 1, the number 4, the number 7, and the number 8.
Maybe I'll Catch Fire.
I fucking love that song, but no.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? I Pessimist.
No.
Okay.
Solid tune.
97.
I love that song, but no.
Fucking come on. Dude, I'm too Alkaline Trio old school that I'm just going to rail off everything from 96 up. to 2006. Private Eye.
Number 3.
Okay, good. My Little Needle.
That is one of my favorite songs by them, and not on this list.
Dude, wow. I'm not going to tap out with it being my favorite band, but this could be a journey and a half.
Yes, it could. Yes, it could.
I'm looking. Obviously, I have most of the vinyls, so I'm looking at them in Mercy Me.
Mercy Me is number 2.
Okay, so that leaves me 4 more.
That leaves you with number 5, 6, 9, and 10.
Calling All Skeletons?
Say that again?
Calling All Skeletons?
That is number 5.
Okay, that's a cool newer song. Well, it's not really new anymore.
No, I was going to say that's not really.
To us, it's a newer song. So
yeah, correct. Yes, you are correct.
Armageddon?
Number 6.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So you have number 9 and number 10. That's all you have left. No, I like that song though too. A hint: nothing from that album.
I'm trying to think of their music videos. Time to Waste?
Number 9.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's probably not going to be on there, but it's literally one of my favorite, Bloodied Up.
I love that song as well, but no.
Dude, isn't that such a good one?
That's a very good one.
Steamer Trunk?
No.
I feel like it's in a Gear one.
And for the record, they technically do have a music video for this song.
Good. Hell Yes?
No.
No, they don't have a video for that. That's another one of my favorites. The American Scream?
I like that song, but no.
No, you literally just said
I just said there's nothing from that album.
I know. I'm sorry. That's actually a brilliant song, by the way.
It's a very good song.
Rooftops?
No.
Warbrain?
There it is, number 10.
Really?
Yep.
You know what? I pulled out my Remains album.
Yeah.
And I was like, I bet you it's from this album. And I was going to go with Buried.
Yeah.
Because that's literally like top 5 Alkaline Trio for me. Buried, I love that.
Yeah.
I want it, like, if some girl's ever dumb enough to marry me, that's her wedding song. Like, I just love it, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's got to be one of these songs. I just had to, because I love that album. Or it's like the B-sides kind of thing, you know? Right? It's essentially B-sides except for Hell Yes. I think. But anyways. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad I got them all because I was freaking out.
Well, I mean, technically, if you think about it, eventually you'd get them all anyway because you could just list off.
Yeah, but I didn't want. I'm sure the listeners are like, Jesus, this is this guy's favorite band, and he can't, you know.
Well, okay, for anybody who doesn't know Alkaline Trio, they have a lot in their catalog. They really do.
True.
Like, this doesn't have all of their albums listed, but it's just a short little thing. And it's not in order. It's just how they have it listed right here on the screen. They have Crimson, From Here to Infirmary, Maybe I'll Catch Fire, Good Morning, Is This Thing Cursed, Remains, Agony and Irony, My Shame Is True, and there's more. And that's just 7, 8 right there.
That's not even the EPs.
No, this is albums. That's 8. That's 8 full albums right there, and there are more.
Yeah. Holy shit, man, that was fun though.
I figured you'd enjoy that.
I mean, honestly, for the most part, you're gonna eventually guess them, like you said.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many bands you can do that with, but
Yeah.
I mean, it is already midnight.
Well, it's midnight for you. It's 3 a.m. here.
Oh, is it? Did you guys switch your time back?
Remember, you are now no longer a time traveler.
Yeah.
You have now come back to reality.
Yeah. Snap back to reality.
Thank you, Eminem. I appreciate that.
Oh, is that Eminem?
Yeah. But I'm going to keep you on the line for a second. I'm going to finish the show, and then we'll talk for a few minutes, and then I'll let you go so I can go to bed, too.
All right, man.
All right, so thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Billy, thank you so much for doing this. I seriously appreciate it. I do miss you, brother. I really do.
Yeah, you're all right.
I know. Yeah, thank you, bitch. But as usual, you can listen here at Spreaker.com/show/NotAClue podcast. Find us on Facebook, Facebook.com/NotAClue podcast. On that Twitter thingy at NotAClue pod. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. First name of the channel, NotAClue, all one word, seconds podcast. We're also on Instagram at NotAClue podcast. There's also a Twitch channel I forget to talk about because I'm trying it with doing a dumb home run derby thing with my voices as broadcast people. Through Twitch, that's twitch.com/NotAClue podcast. What's that?
I enjoy that.
Which part?
You doing voices as a commentator?
Yeah. I have myself, a guy named Hank Slimer, and Debbie.
Nice.
Debbie with dynamite perverted drop-ins.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, I did a test run. The home run derby, if you play it all out, all 8 of them, all 8 people, it goes about an hour.
Oh, okay.
So it's a perfect length for a show. And Debbie had about 9 lines in the whole thing, and I think 8 of them I told her to shut up. Because of the shit she said. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was great. Hopefully be back on the air soon. But I'm going to quickly edit this and get this out for everybody. And so please follow all the socials. Tell all your friends, again, your grandparents, all that good stuff. Even tell your unborn children to listen to this stuff. So thank you, everybody.
Tell your guilt.
Say what?
Tell your guilts.
Yes, tell your gilfs, and anybody who watches Hallmark movies, you tell them as well.
Yes.
So have a good one, everybody. Yeah.
Fall 2021.
Stuffed with love. Have a good one, everybody. You all take care.